Hello again in this installment of Spiritual Wisdom. I'm grateful to all of you who follow me here and to have this little community here on YouTube. And if you've been here before, welcome back. I hope you're doing well. And if you're new here, welcome. I hope you're doing well. My name is Nicholas, and on my channel I talk about witchcraft, Wicca, paganism, self-love, crystals and their magical properties. I also do readings in the channel. I talk about all matter of philosophical and spiritual topics. So if you're interested in those types of things, you know what to do. Please subscribe, click the bell icon so you're notified each time I post a new video. And this is a safe place if you're practicing witch, Wiccan, pagan, or whatever spiritual path you may be on, because there's no right or wrong spiritual path, just the path which is right for you, the individual. Now, today I'm going to be talking about letting go of what no longer serves you. And as always, I've got a wise and beautiful message for you. Sometimes the messages that I give are sometimes very beautiful. Sometimes the messages are true but a little bit more difficult as well. Now, and as always, I'm very comfortable in giving you a wise and beautiful message. So, with part of personal growth, and many trees do this if you're on the tree path, and I know all of you follow me here are trees, you know, you're on the path of growth, path of self-love, and path of wisdom as well. Now, part of personal growth is to let go of what no longer serves you. Now, within tarot, there's 78 cards, there's 21 major cards, and then the other, you've got the 4 suits, which is the pentagrams, swords, cups, and wands, which is your minor arcana. But altogether there's 78 cards. But each of those cards, you know, you can interpret the artwork intuitively, and the cards have got their own traditional meanings. But each of the cards also teaches things about life and things to say about life. So with the 8 of Cups, this is someone, they've tried to organise these cups, they've tried to sort them, but then the cups just keep falling or things don't go into plan. So this person's been in a situation where he's been trying to, you know, control his emotions, trying to sort things out, but things are just not going to plan, and the situation he's in no longer serves him. It no longer brings him joy, happiness. So he's walking away from that project. He's walking away from it no longer serves him. You know, so sometimes in life that's what we have to do. We have to walk away from it no longer serves us. That could be a relationship, that could be a friendship, that could be a bad habit. Now, on the subject of a relationship, for example, you could be in a relationship, a beautiful romantic relationship. You could be in that, a beautiful romantic relationship, but despite you're in this beautiful romantic relationship, your partner may be very loving, kind to you, but they may do certain things that annoy or upset you. Or it's maybe they're very nice, compassionate, but you just feel the relationship doesn't serve you anymore. It doesn't bring you joy. It doesn't bring you happiness or excitement. The relationship just stresses you out, and it just causes you a lot of confusion, and you just feel it's hard work and it doesn't bring you joy or happiness. Now, some people may think that's quite selfish, like that person does love you, they're good to you. Why do you not enjoy being with them, or why does it not bring you joy or happiness? You know, and then you might think you're the problem. You're not. Sometimes in life it could be a platonic relationship, it could be a friendship, it could be a family relationship, but there are certain things that indicate if a relationship's healthy or not. So honesty is number one, because if the two of you are honest with each other, then that builds trust. That's what happens, it builds trust. And then, of course, if there's love there, and the love is the connection, you know, the two of you love each other, the connection. But sometimes if it's a romantic relationship, maybe your partner still loves you very romantically, but you're not in love with them anymore, because this relationship no longer excites you, it no longer brings you joy or happiness, and it's not a source of healing or joy. Or it could be a friendship. You love the friend, but you just feel this friendship doesn't serve me, it doesn't bring me joy, happiness, it doesn't feel like a holiday, it just feels so stressful, and it feels so boring, and it doesn't really help me. So a healthy relationship is, both sided. So they do say like trust is a double edged sword. Now, trust is a different thing entirely, but in a relationship, trust is important. But I would say in relationships, they're like a double edged sword. It has to benefit both parties. Both parties have got to find joy and happiness in this. But if sometimes in life, people could be in a romantic relationship, and what happens, okay, the partner is drinking their coffee, they're trying to talk to the other partner, but the partner's on their phone, they're just mindless scrolling on their phone, then they might look up at you and go, but they're more interested in their phone than they are interested in talking to you or having a conversation with you. And that's a relationship that is bound to fail, because that person's feel like, what's the point of going to have coffee with you or going anywhere with you, because we don't really talk about future, or we don't really talk about anything really. I'm just here drinking coffee, and we might have I'm putting all the work and the effort in here, where you're not really putting any work or effort and you're just on your phone. So if you find yourself in that situation, or perhaps you did find yourself in that situation and you went, I did love my partner but I don't love them anymore, or I did love that friend but the relationship didn't serve me anymore, so I had to let go of it, as well. Or maybe that's you right now. You could be watching this and that's you right now, and I can sense that you may try and talk or engage in that person, but they don't talk or engage with you, and you just feel the relationship doesn't bring you joy or happiness. And when that's the case, you may try with this person, you try to understand, you try to make it work out, but it just doesn't. So you have to walk away from that relationship, that friendship, because if it's only serving one person, then it's not a healthy relationship. It's not. If the relationship brings your partner or friend joy and happiness, and then it also brings you joy and happiness, and it feels so peaceful, so exciting and joyful being in that other person's company, then that relationship serves you. But you may get to a stage in your life where you feel energetically this relationship, that person may be nice to you, they may be compassionate, but you just feel this relationship doesn't excite me anymore, it doesn't bring me joy, happiness, and being with this person is not very healing. So therefore, it's one-sided, where that like the person one, they love you, they're full of joy and happiness, but then you're just sitting there going, you might smile, you might be happy, but really deep down you're screaming like, is it over yet? Because it's boring. It bores the life out of you. It drains you of your energy, and it just makes you feel exhausted. So when a relationship is one-sided, then it's not healthy, and it no longer serves you. So you have to let go of it if it's one-sided, meaning what that person, they've not got all the time in the world for you, or you just feel, yeah, they don't really appreciate me, they treat me as an option, or they make me feel as if I'm an option, and they just, yeah, and this relationship just doesn't bring me joy or happiness anymore, then you have to look at that, reflect on it. And what I love with the Eight of Cups is there's the moon in the background, and the moon's also about emotions. So reflect on your emotions with that relationship, that situation that no longer serves you. Reflect on it. And then if you realise that the situation is just one-sided, where it's a one-sided relationship, then it doesn't serve you anymore. If it brings, let's say your name's Mary, right? And Tom, you're in a relationship with Tom, right? Well, Mary, you talk to Tom, but Tom's too busy on his phone. He's in his own little world. So, Mary, you look at the relationship and you go, well, I'm trying to talk to him, I'm trying to make this work, but every time I sit with Tom, it just makes me feel exhausted or drained. That's what and it doesn't excite me, it doesn't bring me joy, happiness, and being with this person isn't joyful or exciting. Then, Mary, that relationship doesn't excite you. And Tom, well, he should have treated you better and treated you as if, be present in the relationship. You know, That's why a lot of relationships end. Like the person will go, I was very nice to my wife, or I was very nice to my friend, but were you? Were you engaged? It's maybe you were nice, like you talked nice to them, you treated them with respect and all that, but were you present in the relationship? Or was your mind elsewhere? And usually when people are in relationships and their mind is elsewhere, that's a relationship, more often than not, it's unhealthy and it's bound to fail. So one-sided relationships are unhealthy relationships, I would say, and it's a relationship that no longer serves you. Now there's lots of things in life that no longer serve you, meaning maybe temporarily they bring you joy and happiness, but in the long term, like if it's addiction, for example, if you and some of you, not all of you, but some of you, you may have addiction problems and you're doing the work right now to heal from that. Or some of you, you can relate to addiction problems because in the past you've been through addiction problems. You know, you've been through it and you've done the work to heal from it. So when I talk about addiction, you may go, well, Nicholas, what you're saying about addiction relates to my past, the past version of me, or the past, because a lot of people, a lot of you that follow me here, but also a lot of people in life find spirituality through trauma, through difficult and painful experiences. And everyone's experience is different. Some people find spirituality through not a painful or difficult experience, but a lot of people do find spirituality. And I know all of you that follow me are individuals, you're on your own personal journey, and I'm grateful to all of you that follow me here as well. And my intention is to help people to share spiritual knowledge, spiritual facts, my insight and understanding to help you follow me here as well. And by and large, there may be situations in your life that don't fulfill you. They don't make you feel fulfilled. They don't fill you mentally. They don't fill you emotionally, physically, and they don't feel good. And that could be a romantic relationship or friendship. So it's looking at a situation and looking if it no longer serves you, you have to embrace the Eight of Cup energy. Walk away from that situation. You know, sometimes you're in situations in life that temporarily bring you joy and happiness. And that could be addiction, you know, or a bad habit. Temporarily, it brings you that dopamine hit, it brings you that joy. But in the long term, it causes you a lot of pain and suffering. So you have to walk away from things in life that no longer serve you, that cause you pain and suffering. And also, this being the year of the snake, a lot of us would have felt we're losing friends, we're losing relationships, we're chasing sleep, because this snake energy, snake's about revealing what no longer serves us, and snake's about growth. But as snakes shed their skin and they grow throughout their life, it's like shedding what you no longer need. So this year it's revealed to us things we've no longer needed. Things we've no longer needed and shedded what no longer serves us. That's what 2025 is revealed to us. It's the year of the snake, so it's the year of... This year showed us what things are we holding on to our life, what are stopping us grow, and things that are not good for us. And it's been maybe a difficult year because is all about transformation, and transformation can be difficult because with snake energy, it's about getting rid of what you no longer need, shedding the skin, shedding people, shedding bad habits, situations that no longer serve you. And snake energy, you can work with snake energy at any time of the year, but this year being the year of the snake, that snake energy is so strong and powerful. And then as we move into this, after we get into the new year, it'll be the year of the horse, which has got a different energy to it. But snake energy is all about shedding what no longer serves you in order to grow and evolve as well. And that is what this year's been all about. And I just feel that energy of the snake, because I see a green snake in my mind right now, and I could feel the energy of snake coming through. And also snakes are a very sacred animal associated with many different gods and deities. As I work with Goddess Hecate a lot, snakes have also got a deep connection with Goddess Hecate as well. So I just felt like part of the journey of growth is letting go of what no longer serves you. And sometimes it's hard to let go because you could have been friends with somebody for years. You could have been in a relationship with someone for years. but then you've got to go, right, you've been trying to make this work, but that person, that relationship just doesn't serve you anymore. It doesn't excite you. It doesn't bring you joy and happiness. And as difficult as it is, you've got to throw the towel in, and you've got to walk away from that. Walk away from what no longer serves you. That's what you've got to do. And though it's difficult to do that when you walk away from people, things, and situations that no longer serve you, then you're growing and emerging. Because rock people hold on to situations and people because they may have abandoned issues that they've not worked through, and they hold on to people that are not good for them, or not beneficial, or they hold on to situations that cause them pain and suffering. And when you hold on to things that cause you pain and suffering, that keeps you stuck, that keeps you in stagnation. Whereas when you let go of what no longer serves you, then you're going through a process of growth and emerging. And the journey of self-love, the journey of personal growth and development is not an easy journey, but it is such a rewarding journey as well. And that is my message today with you. And with when I'm talking about philosophy, because this is a philosophy video, there'll be so many beautiful messages that I'm sharing with you. And as always, as I said, every time a spiritual person speaks about a non-factual topic, or we speak about a lot of different things, it's a message. So always take what resonates, what makes sense, and leave what doesn't. And until next time, stay well, stay safe, and walk your spiritual path with pride. And if you're practicing much like me, stay with you. May meet, may part, meet again. Blessed be.